everybody to Iron Lung. And oh no, no, no! Ah! You all know I'm mostly review films. I may do some gameplay at some point. But today we're talking about the film Iron Lung, written, directed, and produced by Markiplier. Now, before I even start, it has to be said, this is big news for any creator-led project. The man funded the film himself, self-distributed. Now, I can literally rent a theater and have it show a movie, but no, this is different. He literally had theater chains that he would call to screen the film. Like, he was sending the film and all that. That's mass distribution. This was on 4,000 screens apparently, around, which is a wide release. That's not an independent movie, that's like a wide release, but like I said, this film was penned by him. And this is definitely a project for him. Apparently it took him 3 years to complete. He started filming at Troublemaker Studios, Robert Rodriguez's film and production company, and I actually want to see if I can film something there now. Seeing that him do it makes me want to do it. So what is even the film about? The film is about a convict being shut into a submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung to explore a blood ocean moon. Why? Because the Quiet Rapture has pretty much everybody in space colonies, but they're all distant from each other. So they're trying to look for resources. And what resources can be found in Ocean of Blood? I don't know. But they're so enthralled by these giant bones that they want samples of it. Living organisms. So I guess that's what they want to study. Now, as a positives, the movie looks pretty good. I mean, it's actually a multi-million-dollar movie, but it's nowhere near the budget of, let's say, an Event Horizon or other sci-fi movies. Camera work, here's my only complaint, it's a little very static. This movie is the Mark Show and his co-star, condensation. I swear to God, there is at least 20 shots of the pipes having condensation on them so many times, and after a while it does get kind of boring. So I don't really think that's the Mark's fault, it's more of the cinematographer's fault for not varying up the shot composition. But you know, you wanted to get that trap feeling, and I guess the movie does it in spades. My only other complaint is that the first 30 minutes are very, very slow. Most of it is just watching Markiplier do stuff. It's really just watching him get accustomed to the ship because he gets no instructions, which I guess raise the stakes. And the stakes is they're trying to get a better future. Now, if you haven't really played the game, there is some lore from the game and some added lore. So this does a lot of video adaptation, adds more to the lore of the game, but I guess like Nintendo or Illumination did, where they consulted Miyamoto. Mark consulted Dave Zenarski, the guy who made the game originally. And look, Markiplier could have made a game out of any indie game he wanted. He could have made a movie out of sorry, I missed that game. He could have made a movie out of Untitled Goose Game if he wanted, but he chose Iron Lung because I guess it stuck with him the most, and I think he was able to, play up the whole one area thing. But Mark's no Tarantino, I would say, because one of my favorite movies, The Hateful Eight, is like 3 hours long. You see the roadshow version, which I did, and it all takes place in a cabin and a few things outside, but I guess he's not up there yet to getting emotion. And I would say his dialogue, it was pretty good. A lot of explanatory things, but you kind of needed it. But you were kind of just, actually the movie begins with a descent, so you brought down into it. Positives, like I said, Mark is actually believable as a convict, which is kind of hard thinking he's a YouTuber it's so hard to be in there in the movie being like, man, I used to watch this guy on a YouTube screen, now he's on the silver screen. Not that silver play button, a silver screen. So that's a big leap. Technically, like I said, it looks fine. And if you're there for the blood, I guess he didn't disappoint. I have to say the coolest sequence has to be a dream sequence, kind of an hallucination. You'll see it when you see it. And after a while, I think the plot does kind of devolve into madness. If you're a little confused, know that he is hearing stuff and that the hive mind is trying to control to him once he starts losing his oxygen and getting that radiation stuff. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. The tighter runtime could have made this more of an experience. The whole film is dreadful, not bad, as in dreadful, it's full of dread. So I guess it works on that, making unnerved. Now, is it very scary? Not really. My wife watched it, and they weren't that scared. This is their first horror movie in theaters, so that was good, I guess. And if this movie gives people more heart, that's even better. Now, did I enjoy it? Yeah. Is it one of my favorites of the year? Maybe, we'll see. The year just started and we already got two pretty good horror movies out. Send Help and now Iron Lung. And the other horror movie, Millennia. Alright, so I hope I'll see you all, and I hope that you enjoyed the review. And I'll see you all next time.